sleep mask I got.
Oh,
That shit
dude,
is
that's
it's
what's
like
up.
silk.
Yeah.
This is like the nicest thing I own now.
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah.
I got one from an airplane, dude, over here. Look at the comparison. From
Yeah, look at
Dude,
that.
this is
shit
nothing.
luxury.
Yeah, you got the little banner, the little sexy
Yeah, look at
lingerie in the
this.
back.
Yeah. This is like, it says pure mulberry silk.
You gotta get a robe now.
Ah, yeah. Well, this is like everything else in the apartment looks worse now. I got this shit. This is like Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, with the earplugs.
Yeah.
And then you got the whole
It's like
the birthday parties
If
outside.
something ever happens, I'm just gonna be coming out of my apartment with this. Like, what's going on out here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see your face.
No, it's like a pipe. Where it's like, what the fuck? What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
You know who owns this building?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This place is mob built.
Uh-huh.
It's weird when you don't own any like nice stuff. All you need is one nice thing, and all of a sudden it's like, man, I gotta upgrade my life.
It'll turn your whole life
Well,
around.
it's like getting some nice shoes. It's like I
Yeah.
better get some nice pants now too, because I can't just be the guy with nice shoes on.
Yeah, dude, I remember I fixed a hole in my wall. I was like, you know what? Working ain't that bad. Like, I should go back to getting a job.
This is how it ends up happening for guys. You get like a hot wife. The next thing you know, it's like, well, now I got to get a house.
Right.
Yeah, I can't have a hot wife in this bullshit house. So
That's
it's
really
like,
the truth.
Yeah, you start buying like a good couch.
The woman will make you or break you, though.
Yeah. Well, you go to like Williams Sonoma and you drop like $4,000 on a couch.
Man,
it's all like plush.
See, I'm not going down that road. Now I'm just surprised. And look, babe, we got everything. All IKEA, brand new. You know?
Nah. The women know what a couch looks like.
Yeah.
Especially you get a nice one. Once you start buying her nice stuff, she's got like a nice purse on. It's like that comes with the whole lifestyle.
Yeah, I told you one time a girl, she started dating me because I had that Paul Mitchell hair gel.
Yeah.
She couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I wonder what else. What other Paul Mitchell stuff he has.
Right. She was showing her friends.
And she gets here and she's like, nah, that was it.
Yeah. It was my old place. I had it made, man.
Everything else is Amazon.
You know, I had one of those friends that would steal shit from Rent-A-Center and sell it to you. So my apartment was laid out. I had leather furniture. I had purple furniture. I mean, just for legal reasons. I don't know where he got it from, but
Right, yeah.
you know, $75.
Yeah. No, I get it though. When you see these like Dubai guys where everything is Louis Vuitton.
Oh yeah.
It's like they got like a Louis Vuitton pants on. It's like,
Right.
I didn't even know Louis Vuitton made that. They got like a cell phone case.
I don't know how to feel about that. I see that a lot.
Yeah, I mean there's a certain lifestyle you got to live at a certain point, I guess.
You know, the worst is when people are like that all at the airport for 12 hours on the floor.
Ah, yeah, right. Well, their luggage is like too nice.
Right.
My luggage is like purely functional. I got like the luggage that I need.
Did you ever see that nice luggage I had, that gator skin?
No.
Oh, man, dude, I used to have some gator skin.
What happened to it?
I don't know, it broke or something. Some shit happened to it.
Nah, but it's like, do you put effort into your luggage? Did you buy like nice shit, or you just?
No, I run through it in a year, dude. I go small, dude. I'm going book bag. I'm going to start traveling strictly JanSport. Is it possible? You think?
Not JanSport, but like the camper backpack.
Oh,
just
that's
like the like backpacker Europe kind of backpack.
No, because it's got to fit under the seat of a plane.
That'll fit.
Man, they get tight on that sometimes.
No, but I see the ones that there's like a professional kind people have. Where
Yeah.
It's like it's a little bit smaller and it's like already rounded. So it just like it fits snug. It's like Swedish.
You'll see people losing it, dude, on some people. They'll be
yeah.
like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, we're already on the plane.
I seen a girl, she had her son jumping on the suitcase. She's like, the lady's making you do it. And they're trying to jam this in there.
So you were supposed to come back a couple days ago, right?
Yeah.
I texted you.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
yesterday.
it was just a delayed flight. I still came back. So what happened was I had a really late flight originally, so I ended up getting my same flight, but I thought I'd be slick and get on an early flight. Like,
right.
I'm learning the hustles.
Yeah.
And I got on an early one. Boom, dude, I'm at the airport. We got off the ship at like 5 in the morning. Cab driver's doing 80 because he wanted to get everybody else off. They got us off right away. We're just the comedians. It was like
Right.
we were the first two off. So we grab a cab, and we're like to the airport. The dude's gunning it, dude. 80, 85, weaving because he wants to get back and get people. We're at the airport. I caught a 7:30 a.m. flight, and then it got delayed. Just kept getting delayed all day. So I took my original 5 o'clock flight.
Oh, wow.
Dude,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 5:30. I think it ended up boarding at about 7, though, I think.
Oh
I got home at I got here at like 10:30 or 11,
Wow.
12 maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Just enough to get some cold pasta from the grocery store.
It never goes good for you.
Yeah. Well, this one in particular, I learned a valuable lesson about self-control. I'll be honest, I've been so lucky all the years I've been flying. The only I've never had anybody purposely, like, try to really start with me. Like, you know, you see these Instagram videos where it's like, dude, how'd this escalate to this quick on a plane? I see how, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy comes over, he's sitting next to us. First off, I already knew the dude's going to be a problem because, like I said, the flight's 2 hours delayed. I seen him sitting there making a deal, right? This dude bought food like an hour, let this food sit for an hour, gets on the plane right next to me, decides to open up the cheeseburger. I'm chilling, cheeseburger, fries. The second we get on the plane, it's like, I can't stand that. Like, why are you gonna wait? You could have ate that shit outside at the airport.
Right.
Well, it's an hour flight, dude. You're not gonna starve.
Oh, yeah.
So either way, I don't know. I was maybe I made a couple faces. Maybe I let him know slightly it was a problem. Shouldn't have did it. Dude, next thing I know, this dude puts his food away, gets all sassy. He's like moving, trying to get comfortable, dude. Keeps smacking my seat. Dude, the dude was leaning on me, pretending he's asleep.
Wow.
Like, I'm like, buddy, because I told him, I said, hey, buddy, 15 minutes into the flight, I just said, buddy, I tapped him. He's next to me. I go, man, do you mind? You know, you bumped me like 15 times. I said, it's a little uncomfortable. He goes, oh, he puts his hand all on me. He goes, sorry, I won't make you any more uncomfortable. And then it was his mission to bump me as many times as he could.
Wow.
We get off the flight. I kept to myself because it's an hour flight. I could keep to myself for an hour.
Yeah, of course.
I'm watching The Godfather, which, dude, great movie. I seen the first hour of it. And, dude, he's irritating me, trying to. I take off my headphones. He goes, hey. He goes, I hope I didn't bump you too much. And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. Like, he's trying to start with me.
Wow.
So I go, dude, you bumped me like 500 times. And then he goes, oh, yeah, sorry. And then I put on my headphones. I'm like, I can't hear you. But I could hear him. He's like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. He's like, what? Fuck you, bitch. He's following me through the airport.
Wow.
Dude, I pause. I think I lose him. I find him again all the way to my lift. I'm like, dude, I wanted to punch this dude so bad.
Wow.
Recording me.
This was in, like, Newark?
Yeah, Newark, all the way to outside where you get the cabs.
Wow.
Dude, started with me majorly. Because I wouldn't start with him. I said, buddy, I don't want to talk to you. I put on my headphones. I was like, I can't hear you. This dude lost his fucking mind.
Wow. People hate that. Yeah, that's nobody likes that.
Yeah.
Especially when somebody's that mad, they need somebody else to be mad. Because
Yeah.
they need to have like confirmation that they're not being crazy.
And I might have been taking the armrest looking back on it. That's why he was mad. I don't know. I probably, but we could have just talked it out.
Not even talk it out. You just not do it.
Right.
You could have just got through an hour.
No, dude, the dude was bumping the shit out of me.
I mean, he could have just got through an hour. I mean, like, it's not like there was something that you were withholding from him.
I couldn't believe it. And I'm watching The Godfather. I see out of the corner of my eyes, he's watching it like my movie. And I'm thinking, like, dude, don't be watching
It's a little rude.
Right.
You don't get the sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and you were just watching a movie together
you
now?
You got to, like, put your hand up and go like this
Yeah.
on the screen. Yeah.
He's all looking at
just,
me.
like, lean forward and just like, no, it's my movie.
Put that cell phone tint screen on there.
Yeah.
This is for guys like you.
Privacy, please.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Well, the thing is, too, it's like, even if you did, like, reciprocate his energy and you, like, snapped on him, what's going to happen on a plane?
I would have got arrested. His energy, the next level would have been fight.
Well,
I was
it's
actually
like-
thinking he was going to fight.
But it's like you can't even physically fight in that small of a space.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because you are just like, it would be like a scratch fight or something. You'd be like poking at each other's eyes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even, you can't even wind back for a punch.
No, you know what it would be? Because he started doing it a little bit. That whole extra coughing, trying to act like you're coughing to make somebody uncomfortable.
Right.
He was doing a little bit of that.
I think that's the kind of situation, though, where if it actually, that's the kind of, he's kind of bluffing. He doesn't actually want it to go to like.
But what if I would have punched him too? It took a lot to hold back.
No, but I think he realizes we're in too close of a quarters for something to like that to actually escalate.
Yeah.
And we're at the airport, so this guy's not actually gonna, no fly list me or something.
Dude, he had all these bags and shit he had to keep. And then he started irritating us by using the bathroom. Excuse me, guy, use the bathroom again. Hour flight.
Oh, my God.
It's like, how childish can you get?
Man. At least that was only an hour. Imagine if you had to deal with that going all the way to London or something.
There wasn't one open seat on the plane either.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what I would even do in that situation.
Yeah.
The dude would tire out eventually. Something like that, dude. He was sitting here with his ass smacking the armrest, like, hard. It's like I guarantee he's got bruises.
Maybe it's just like a guy who's dealing with like people have anxiety flying.
Yeah.
I guess you just got to do something. You got to keep yourself busy.
That's what I thought it was, honestly. That's why, honestly, it was like the first 20 minutes. So it's like, these flights, you're in the air for an hour. It's really like an hour and 30-minute flight. But like the first 15 or 20, probably first 20 minutes in is when I told him. Because at first I'm like, okay, it's probably an anxiety thing. But then after a while, I'm like, buddy, because it's like, what are you doing here? It's like, you're really hitting this thing hard. Like, it was like all his might, dude.
Wow.
So it's like, you have to, I had to say something. Do it and look at me.
Wow.
Like it's almost like I'm fighting with my older brother or something.
Well,
or my younger brother, whatever.
Just like this is what ADD does to people, where it's like you literally cannot sit still. You literally need some sort of drama happening just to keep the life momentum going.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're just in a seat, and then that's what people start winding up.
Yeah, he started putting on all these lotions. I knew it was an issue. He had all these things in in this little bag he had.
Man, this dude did a lot in an hour.
He's all open and shit, creams. They're like, sir, they told him twice. They're like, close your tray table. He's like, I got dry skin.
Wow.
Like, they knew he was a problem.
That's the kind of guy where it's like you got to give him like a Rubik's Cube or something to do with his hands. He can't.
Right.
These like ADD kids who got to chew on their shirt.
He's got to make one of those things that they open up. My mother told
exactly.
me.
You got to keep your hands busy. Get him some sewing needles or something.
Crochet
a glove.
He was the kid in school that would have been doing that if you wanted to picture him.
Well, I think these days, when we were growing up, those kids were getting punished.
Right.
Where it's like, no, they make you sit in the corner and stare at a wall. Whereas these days, I think they actually give you like a little fidget spinner or something.
Right.
They give you something to mess with. Like, here's some Play-Doh.
That's what it is, dude. I bet you he grew up with those fidget spinners.
Well,
he was younger. He was like 18, 17.
Yeah. Well, I guarantee you this is the guy who, like, everybody else in class is trying to learn.
I tracked him, dude. I went down the street. There's a cool bar. I just found a nice bar in my neighborhood. I forgot the name of it. It's on like 38th and 9th Ave or something.
Okay.
And, dude, anyways, I go down there, and I go to order a drink, and this dude comes in, and I thought he's talking to me. I'm like, huh? Because it's the only spot where you can order a drink. And he says something I couldn't understand him. And then he like acts like he's turning and whips his elbow around. So I go around the bar, whatever. A seat opens up, and I know the bouncer at the place. I knew him from up the street at another bar. He goes, oh, yeah, now we start kicking that dude out. He starts talking to himself when he drinks. And, dude, they just let him sit there just talking to himself. A nice, quiet bar. There's a date right here, right here. And he's just going in. But, in a normal situation, I wouldn't have known that.
I mean, it's the kind of thing where you don't want to go through the trouble of actually having to confront a guy. And like, unless he's hurting somebody, it's like you try to just let him wind himself out.
You never want to go through it, but sometimes you react. Like this dude was like, I didn't realize he's nuts. Now, I didn't react. I kept a smile on my face. My friend's the bouncer. Well, I'm going to have my friend throw me out of the fucking bar.
Right.
So it's like I kept a smile. I didn't know the dude's nuts. And they're like, he's a nice guy. And he went by the jukebox and stuff. And he just dances and talks to himself.
Yeah, there's a guy in my neighborhood. Since you left, he's already, I think you didn't see him, but he's like the neighborhood drunk.
Oh, shit.
Who's just always around.
Good neighborhood,
the one bodega. Oh, it's all right.
No, it's a good one to be drunk in. A lot of those cheap that liquor store.
I don't know. This
like
dude
$2
but
for
it's like the same guy who's always within the same 20 feet of the block. So he's always in the one bodega, or he's on the sidewalk, like, outside.
Yeah.
But he literally is just getting there. He's just wasted all day long. And he's just the kind of guy who just walks into the business and just stands there and just talks to like the guy at the cashier. And it's like the guy at the bodega isn't actually like, he's not a security guard.
Right.
He doesn't want to deal with this shit.
Right.
So he's just like humoring him for like 10 hours a day.
Oh.
The guy just stands by the register drinking coffee and just like talking to himself.
There was a couple like that. There was one for sure I knew around your neighborhood, a bald dude that would come in there like that. He'd get real aggressive, try to tell you about life. You ever see that dude?
Yeah. But it's like the idea of, I always have a picture in my head of what a neighborhood drunk is.
Uh-huh.
And in my mind, I guess because I grew up in like an innocent place, but it's like I have like this Sesame Street idea of like, oh, that's him,
right.
That's Frank. Frank, you know him. This dude gets wound up, and then, you just leave him alone. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
But it's like, That's not how neighborhood drunks really are.
No.
These are bad people.
Yeah.
This is something where it's like, no, this guy, this is kind of funny for about 30 seconds.
Right.
And then it's like, you got to get the fuck out of my face. This is
You can't even communicate with him. I just had a dude, I was getting a slice of pizza. He put his hand across the small of my back. He goes, he just walks through. He goes, like it was nothing. And then he goes, hey, he asked somebody about a slice of pizza. He goes, oh, I like the one with peppers on it. But it's like the dude sitting next to me eating. And I'm just like, bro, like I was so fucking violated. And it's like, I don't know. It was nothing, but it really bothered me. It's like, I would never have the balls to put my hands on somebody. He's hammered. I'm like, excuse me. He's all stepping up, like not even in aggressive ways, just telling me, you got to get the one. It's got the peppers on it. I'm like,
he's like talking all close. So you can,
right.
Yeah, you smell his breath.
You keep moving your pizza.
Well, it's the kind of thing where it's that you can't even call the cops. What are you going to call the cops and tell them?
Right.
This guy just touched the small of my back. It's not against the law. But it's just like, it's just annoying.
And they always want to know what time it is.
Yeah.
It's like, motherfucker, you ain't going nowhere.
Well, there's some kinds of homeless people, especially like drug addicts, who like they really do got places to be.
Yeah.
They got shit they got to do.
They got the clinic opens at 11.
Well, there's that, and it's like I got a mission.
Yeah.
I got to get some more stuff. I got to like stop being sick. I got to like,
Yeah, because they never stop moving.
Especially
if you
like
notice.
tweakers. Tweakers are like,
yeah.
They're in the parking lot digging around, and they're over here, and they're on like the hunt. So it's like a tweaker, you're going to encounter him for about 10 seconds before he's got to move to the next place. Some dudes are just drunk, and it's like, no, I'm hanging out right here.
Yeah.
This is what I do all day long is stand here. Too much.
Yeah, dude, I remember, man, up in your neighborhood, though, a few of them. That's a good neighborhood to be walking around drunk, and it's safe.
It's safe, and there's not that many drunk people.
It's safe for the drunk, if anything. He's
well,
the one causing the problems.
Well, it's not like you're hanging around Port Authority over here where there's like a whole bunch of like shady gangs and shit going on. If you're just like a drunk guy who's just wandering around talking to people.
Yeah, dude, I just seen a video on TikTok, dude, where they started a fight and the dude just shot him, dude. You never know, man. Dude, motherfucking shit happens, dude. I avoid everybody.
I saw it on the train yesterday. I was on the L train, and just like this homeless dude comes on with a big cart. The second he gets on the train, conductor pops his head out and says, "No, you can't be on here with that. I told you that." 'Cause I think these guys had a history.
Yeah.
So you again? No, I told you. You got to go. The guy just stands there, and like he looked kind of like fucked up and like kind of like druggy. So I thought he was gonna be like kind of druggy. He was like kind of comatose.
Yeah.
Mumbly. This dude was like, no, his eyes lit up. I've never seen somebody scream that loud on the train. In the middle of a car yelling at the end, and he's like, "No, fuck you," and he's calling all this like racist stuff,
saying some crazy shit,
saying some real crazy shit, but at the loudest like full strength volume.
Man.
The kind of volume where it's like this dude just had a full meal somewhere because he's like at its 100% strength. So everybody else in the car, it's like you kind of see, because it's a full train car, everybody has to make the decision: should I leave or should I stay?
Right.
And so they immediately, when he starts yelling, that first 10% goes, where it's like Chinese tourists, European tourists. No, we got to get out of here.
Right.
And then there's like the locals, and it's like the guy keeps yelling. This goes on for like 10 minutes.
Damn.
And it's like the
train was moving?
The train has stopped.
Oh, shit.
We're on Bedford Avenue. And
fuck.
The train conductor's like, no, he goes over the PA and says, we can't leave till this guy gets off.
Oh, shit.
The train conductor starts honking the horn just to fuck with the guy. Like, I'm
just to fuck with you guys.
Just to annoy him. But you're seeing, but this goes on for so long that you're seeing people peel off. Everybody has a time in their head of like a threshold, but for what becomes too much. So you're seeing like the Latino teenager who's like, all right, I guess I gotta be I've hit my limit.
Was it raining?
Yeah.
Yep, dude. The rain makes the limit even a little longer, and makes people a little crazy.
Well, I mean, that means the guy can't get to Manhattan without the train. So
right.
It's not like he can walk.
And his socks are wet.
Yeah. And eventually, finally, the cops came. But
shit.
By the time the cops came, the train car was like 10% of the people.
What was his cart? Like a shopping cart or something?
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know what the problem was. It was just like one of those big, kind of like oversized carts.
Them blue carts people put
with
shit
big
in.
wheels.
Yeah, people put those on the train all the time.
Well, I think this was like, clearly these guys have been through this process, been through this argument a bunch of times. So I think it's like, no, I'm telling you for the last time.
They got to resolve the problem like The Godfather. The family's got to come together.
Well, you got to just like, I don't know. There's so many cops in the train system, and there's now, like, especially like by my neighborhood, there's like military dudes now.
Oh,
National
dude,
Guard guys
crazy.
with the AR, but they're never in the train.
Right.
They're only in the station to stop you from hopping over the turnstile.
It's so dumb.
They never get to the guy. Everything happens on the train.
Yeah.
The lady got lit on fire in the train.
I never thought about that. You're right.
Yeah. No, it's like I know exactly where these people. We have enough of them. They're just in the wrong place.
Yeah.
We don't need 5 people guarding the turnstile and guarding the Metro cards. It's like, no, put them on the train. Let them deal with it in person.
A funny sketch would be them all trying to pay to get in.
Right.
There's something going on.
Well, just the fun. It's like a clown car where it's like that. You see 1,000 cops go into a train station.
Yeah.
And then you go into the train station. It's like, where the fuck are they?
That train's gone.
And you know, it's like there's 1,000 cops way in the corner over there. They're all just standing there. It's hard because it's like, you know me. You have any long-time listeners of this podcast know I'm an advocate for New York City. And I think it's generally overstated about how dangerous the subway is and crime is. Nothing really happened. I got off safe.
Yeah.
That story resolved itself without anything actually happening. It was just uncomfortable because the guy's yelling. But I will say there is more shit like that happening.
Dude.
There's not like there was a story last week, a couple weeks ago, where the lady got lit on fire
Yeah.
in Coney Island. Big deal. There's a big video, and it's like she gets lit on fire, and then you see a cop just walk by.
I know. I seen that.
Yeah,
Couldn't
not even
believe
do
it.
shit. That doesn't happen that often. That's a very rare event.
Yeah.
But the kind of stuff, the story I'm talking about, where it's like this insane person starts yelling and everybody's uncomfortable, that happens a lot.
But I see more and more shit's probably going to be happening.
Yeah.
Sadly.
But it's like you're seeing, like, I mean, like stuff like that is like pretty common now. There is a very simmering anger among the crazy people now.
You know, when I get off the ships, I will have to walk around. So I always walk around this neighborhood. I'm right in Times Square. This is where the worst of it is.
Yeah.
And I notice it so much more because here I'm just naturally aware. Like if you're walking and not looking, then you catch somebody, you can almost feel when somebody's going to fuck with you.
Uh-huh.
And if you're not on your P's and Q's, like on the ships, I'm completely safe. Nobody's ever messing with you on the ships.
Right.
And out here, it's like, you know, you catch it. You see it like probably a dude thinking about, I might rob this dude. I might jack him. Might take his phone.
Well, there's that, and it's just because there's so many people. This guy's gonna do. If something happens, that guy just disappears into the crowd.
Gone.
He's out. Yeah,
Right.
you're gonna describe him to the cops. It's like it's a dude with a backpack.
Right.
And that's it.
He went that away.
Yeah, right. He went to see 10,000 people right there. Yeah, he's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. No, but I mean, like, I'm sure you get off the port in any of these places where it's like the tourist area,
Yeah.
especially like Mexico, South
Yeah,
America
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
vibes,
yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like little kids trying to sell you gum,
Yeah.
grabbing onto your arm, kind of shit.
Dudes in bras.
Yeah. But it's like that. There's a certain vibe when you walk through. You feel like you're like, it's like being like a hot girl, where it's
Right.
like they look at me as meat.
They do.
Yeah.
You don't want
It's-
massage, baby? That's what they say in Mexico.
Yeah.
You afraid, baby?
It's funny because that's what they do in Mexico and that's what they do in Thailand. But there's something about those two cultures are 2,000 miles away, but somehow they both figured they have the same language.
I just had this girl, dude. I'm so dumb. I can't believe how dumb I am. There's this girl I liked for like a year, and she's not really she's kind of in the neighborhood, but you know,
Yeah.
about 20 streets up or whatever. So, anyways, I'm always asking her dinner, and then she tells me, she goes, I tell you, you know, send me some money. I'll go out. Send me some money. You got to give me an advance or send me the money. I'll cook like 200 or give me the money. And I'm not thinking like, you know what her job is. You know,
Right.
I don't want to say it. I'm so dumb. I'm thinking, no, I'll take you out. And I'm just not getting it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you
No,
don't
I'll
need
take
to cook.
you out for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I got food at my house, baby. Send me the money, 200 for it.
Wow.
And, you know, it's so slick. What if she did get busted? What's a cop going to say? What, she was going to cook for you for 200? I can't arrest her for that.
Now, you'd be the one getting busted,
Right.
not her.
Right. Yeah, it's true. What am I calling the cops on myself?
She's the victim there.
Yeah.
This is an innocent woman who's trying to, you know, feed her 3 kids.
Yep.
So you think you're going back on the ship, what, after this?
Yeah, in about 28 hours. I think, I don't know, something like that. I'm still tired, dude. I couldn't really sleep. I slept like, I swear in the past 2 days I probably maybe got, I don't know. People always lie about it. 2 hours. I haven't slept much in 2 days, man.
Wow.
5-6 hours. I kept having nightmares last night. Isn't it always weird? You don't ever want to tell somebody a nightmare.
Right.
You ever hear like somebody, like your dad tell you a nightmare? I guarantee your father never told you a nightmare.
Never.
Yeah, that's not a thing in the Japanese culture.
Well, I think it's
Italians
just like people don't like. It's a very telling someone your dream in general. It's like it's not a good story.
Right.
You never heard like an interesting. It's never like
And you could tell when they change it.
Yeah, right.
And then the victim, the victim.
Yeah. And then I pulled out a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst is if it's like you start telling the man, dude, I started telling a girl my dream and I got scared in broad daylight. I scared myself rethinking it. Like you ever get so scared you can't talk?
In a dream?
No, in real life.
I don't know. Nothing happens like that, I guess.
One time my buddy pranked me, dude. My brother gave him a key to the house to act like he broke in. He was standing above me wearing all black. I was like,
That's how you find out what you'd actually be like in a real situation. It's like, no,
I'm a bitch.
Not a hero. Yeah. I got to avoid trouble.
I was laying there, like, looking at him, like, maybe if I just pretend I'm asleep.
Well, everybody thinks they're going to be John Wick.
Yeah.
Until some John Wick shit happens. And then all of a sudden it's like, nah, I'm the background guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of frame.
I froze up, man. I don't got it in me. It's the same way before a fight. Like, everybody always says you just want to throw a punch. You don't want to start talking.
Ah, yeah. Well, you're going to talk yourself out of it.
Right.
The more you talk, the less the fight's going to happen.
I like going to the bars. You see those people. Even out here it happens when you see a real fat white kid with, like, their skin gets red because they're so white. They take their shirt off to fight somebody. All that fat's jiggling.
Man. Just imagine if you were actually still that kind of guy who would just go out and just fucking fight a guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it wouldn't be. Honestly, if there wasn't repercussions, I would do it sometimes. Other than teeth too. Like, I don't got solid teeth. I got those crowns.
You don't want people to know that though.
I know my teeth would break easy.
Yeah.
Your teeth are all there, right? I bet you could really bite into some shit.
Yeah, probably.
And you could take a punch in them fucking things.
Oh man.
If mine would break, these three, they're all crowns.
I always get very nervous about my eyes. Anything that I never want if someone throws dirt in my eyes, that would freak me out. I would give up the fight right there.
I'd murder somebody if they ruined my eyes.
Yeah. Well, my biggest fear in life is always when I'm walking down the street and there's a fence that's old. Yeah. So it's kind of unravelly. Yeah. And there's a part that's kind of poking out.
Oh, dude, don't even say it.
Oh man. You know what I'm saying though. I think about that every day. Every single day of my life. That is my biggest worry, and that's not. I'm not worried about getting shot. Not worried about anything. HIV. No. That and something with the eyes. That is I would. That
one
is
of them chain link fences.
Oh my god!
Snagging it. You're running. And you're running from a dog.
Yeah, exactly. You're running. You're trying to avoid a mosquito.
You wouldn't even know for a minute.
It would be not only that, and then for the rest of your life, that's the story you got to tell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who, the kid with the eye?
Yeah, right? You're just trying to make up stories about the dog.
Yeah.
It was fucking huge.
You should have seen the dog.
Yeah, you ever seen Cujo?
It should have been illegal, honestly.
One of them Beethoven dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think, how many more ships you got?
I got about 3 for until December.
You think, they're gonna keep calling though.
I'm sure I'll get some here and there, but if I had to make a choice, I don't know. I don't want to risk the it's too hard to work somewhere and be gone a whole week. Like if I had a job in New York for 3 weeks, they wouldn't let me leave for a week. I don't know. Times are desperate now.
Yeah, right.
They might.
They got you. You're gonna keep going back. You going back to the Caribbean, or
I gotta take what I could take. Yeah, these ones are all Caribbean. Every single one. Same place. I'm waiting to run into that dude. I forgot to tell you, dude. I got so nervous, my heart almost dropped. The first flight they gave me actually was through Provincialis. Remember I was telling you.
Yeah.
I ended up going straight to Freeport. I was like, dude, thank God they flew me on the ship a day early, which sucked. I had to work an extra day, but I wonder if they seen that airport and were like, we gotta avoid Irwin.
Man, this one guy is affecting an entire economy.
$1 billion cruise ship.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Dude, more than an economy. There's people from all over the world.
But that there's you can picture on a map, just draw a big circle around this. This is one guy who's it's he's the economy is being sunk through one man. If he wasn't there, that entire area would be peaceful. But
guaranteed.
Everybody knows. This goes to show how much what what we could accomplish if we really put our mind to it.
Yeah, my agent had to book the flight around it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I might be banned from that airport. She probably couldn't have got me a ticket.
Jesus Christ.
Irwin, dude, that's why I kept my mouth shut when this guy was getting all sassy in the seats. I'm like, it's not worth it, man.
Is there anything about the Caribbean that's like appealing at this point, or is it
the
all
warm? I walk the track now, so that's cool. It's warm now that the scar's kind of healed up. I was staying out of the sun with that scar, and they say don't be in the sun. So now I'm back walking the track, dude. The warm weather, it's just night, man. It was hot. It was like 90 degrees, 85, probably 90. I was sweating just walking.
Do you feel like the local, like you're one of the locals now, or do you?
No, dude, I don't even get off the ship anymore.
Oh, really?
I stay on the ship and walk the track when it's empty.
The track on the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Nah, dude, I'm done getting off. It's a pain in the ass.
Wow.
You got to take your shoes off. They frisk you.
Wow.
It's the back of the hand, but it's like, I'm going to shoot pool with this guy later. And, they go right over your doink. I mean, these guys, they follow the rules.
Wow.
There was a guy completely in a wheelchair, just control of his head I seen at the airport. And, dude, they took the time out and frisked every inch of him. Wow. I started thinking about that would be the dude to bring drugs with. Don't you think?
Well, I think that's almost like too obvious to put drugs in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They'd probably see it coming.
No, it's got to be the guy who looks like me.
Did you see those TikTok videos where they're putting people in fenders of cars and shit?
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
it's crazy. Under floorboards.
Well, it's like somebody, they caught a guy on like a Delta flight who was hiding like in the engine.
Wow.
Like in like the wheels, the wheel well. Just
That's
like flew across the ocean or something.
He watched Catch Me If You Can.
You think about when you look at a plane, how big a plane is. There's a lot of space in there. That's not just the seats. I mean, like that's only like probably 20% of the plane is the actual seating area. There's a lot. If you really want to jam some shit in there, you can get in there.
I always wondered what that little cargo area looks like on those big planes. Like the big jets, the ones with the 3 rows. Yeah. It's got to be huge because those planes are huge.
Mm-hmm. The second they find that guy, he's just covered in piss too.
Right.
It's been hours. This dude. I mean, I don't even know if you address that. Do you even like tell him? It's like, bro, what are you doing?
They'd make that the main subject.
Right.
They'll say where he's from.
Well, it's just like we caught a bunch of piss in the guy too.
Yeah. And stand buyers, they'll be interviewing him.
They got to shame the guy a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's plug this date. So we do a little correction here. Yeah. You will in fact be in Indiana. What city in Indiana?
I'm gonna be in. Let's see if it's here actually. I got the address. I don't know how to pronounce it. Goshen. Goshen.
Goshen.
Indiana. Yeah. So it's
Where's that near?
It's Chicago Avenue. It's 1100 Chicago Avenue. I don't know where Goshen's near.
Is it in? That's in like it's like South Bend, Indiana.
Funny Farm Comedy Club, spelled PHARM.
Okay, yeah. So it is. Dom is doing the Funny Farm. This is the
January 17th and 18th, 7 p.m.
Okay, yeah.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets. Go out and see Dom. Is this the clean show?
Yep, clean show.
Clean show. So you're not going to hear about, all the filthy things that Dom does.
Yeah, you won't hear my true stuff.
Yeah.
I've been working on the clean material this past ship too, dude. I was doing a lot of the clean stuff.
What's the clean stuff like?
I talk about a little bit about my brother, how he likes loopholes so much.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing. It is clean, but it can also still be kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I still push the limit a little bit. It's still funny.
People think clean comedy and they think it's going to be real, like, Tim Allen kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Where you're talking about, Cheerios or something. It's like, nah, we can still talk about some stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, dude, to me, it's like a lot of times, even when you could take a dirty joke and make it clean if you really use your noggin.
Well, I mean, you think clean, the definition of clean has changed so much over the years in terms of, like, it used to just mean, like, something you could do on TV. You can do anything on TV now.
Yeah,
they do all kinds of shit on TV.
Bro, I was just thinking, like, I swear, I was watching South Park. I swear political correctness is over.
Right. Well, South Park's been on forever.
Right, but I mean, do you think political correctness is ending?
Nah. Not on. I mean, not at like big levels like that.
People are saying shit.
But I mean, like, I think that limits on TV. When we were little kids, there was like The Simpsons was like edgy.
Yeah, you couldn't
It was
even
like
cuss.
it was like a big deal for someone to watch The Simpsons.
Right.
Now The Simpsons is nothing.
Right.
But it's like the kind of the once you push the envelope enough, TV, it's like you still can't show porn, and you can't technically curse.
Right.
But you could go pretty far. You see some pretty wild shit on network TV now.
Yeah, you really do. I
So-
swear everything goes.
Yeah.
And it's nothing compared to the internet, though.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. That's what changed everything is that everybody is so desensitized now to that kind of stuff. It's like the definition of clean is like, all right, keep your bra on.
The craziest shit I seen back in the day was Faces of Death. Remember you rented
yeah.
from the theater?
Uh-huh.
That was still pretty crazy.
That was when it was like those videos were so fucked up because everybody just had like a VHS copy of it.
Right.
So you would just get it. It would just be written by hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like after they would be over, you'd see like WWF Raw or something.
Right. Somebody's wedding.
Yeah. You're seeing somebody's Little League game right after you just saw a dude get hit by a car.
Yeah, we used to go buy these tapes at the flea market. Did you ever go to those flea markets? Did you? Yeah, dude, we used to buy them to tape over them. They'd be used tapes, and dude, they'd be kids' birthday parties and
you
weddings.
see some weird shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those like Faces of Death videos, it's funny because like back in the days, that's what the UFC. If you want to watch the UFC in the very beginning,
Oh yeah.
it would be like
dude.
some weird shit. You have to go to like the porn section of the video store.
Yeah, I remember that, dude. I wish I would have been on UFC back then. I wish it was still like
It
that
was
now.
it was all right. I mean, it was, but it was the kind of thing where now it's like an actual sport
Yeah,
with rules and there's actual competition.
I forgot it
But
was
the
back
entire
there.
tone of UFC back in the beginning with like Ken Shamrock and stuff, it was a freak show.
Blood everywhere.
It was a sumo wrestler. There was no weight classes. It was
Yeah.
a sumo wrestler fighting a karate guy.
And all rules went, dude. People got jacked up like noses
Yeah.
and jaws.
But it just like, yeah, there was crotch stuff, and it was like the quality was all, because it was all dubbed tapes, so the quality was real shaky, so you felt like you were watching something like, I'm not supposed to watch this.
Right.
Yeah, it was like watching porn or something back in the day.
Yeah, dude. I remember I used to try. That was like watching the Howard Stern show to me. I
Yeah.
could watch it with like no volume.
Yeah,
Try
man.
to turn it up a little bit. Entertainment.
It's funny. I haven't watched the Howard Stern show since I was a kid, but I wonder if it's actually as crazy as I remember it being.
Yeah.
Because I remember it being like borderline porn.
It's crazy. Yeah, and it's crazy. Beetlejuice was around back then.
Yeah. I mean, no, it was just Beetlejuice and like Baba Booey.
Right.
Yeah.
And the girls.
And the girls on the Sibian, and they're like, so
You know, I worked at Howard Stern's wife's house, so it was originally his house. It was in Long Island. But, you know, they got divorced. He moved. You know, they got divorced, him and his wife. Like, this is an older wife.
yeah.
And she tried remarrying, like, a version of Howard Stern. The dude had the hair and everything. He was all cocky.
Wow.
Same hair. Like, imagine if that's your thing.
Yeah, turned out I was just into hair. I
Yeah.
don't even like successful guys. Just like a big curly mane.
Well, she had the success. The house was beautiful. She got the house.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, pool, we're all working. She hated him, too.
Wow.
And he was miserable. You could tell because everybody knew he's the guy that's with Howard Stern's wife. He's never the guy that's dating Connie. It's like, no, that's the guy that's dating Howard
right.
Stern's wife.
You got his leftovers.
You didn't earn this house.
Yeah.
I
Howard
ruined his
Stern earned
fence.
it by making fun of midgets.
Yeah, he told me, he goes, hey, don't put that pressure washer on straight on the fence. I go, no, it's this thing's impossible to mess up. Straight's this and that's that. Boom, right on straight. I ruined the dude's fence.
Wow.
Right after I told him. I was like, you can't mess it up. You would have thought I purposely did it. I was so dumb.
Wow.
We had to get like wood glue and I had to sand the fence.